I'd like to invite Tricia Gandolfi to come out. She's going to share her story with us.
I can talk loud.
Check. There we go.
Oh. Okay, everything's good now. Well, good morning again. My name's Tricia. I'm 21 years old, and I've been a follower of Christ for about a year now. And I want to share my journey and how I came to know him. Growing up, I had a Christian family that lived behind my family, and they watched my sister and I while we were in school. And they would tell us Bible stories and take us to their church sometimes, and they would talk about Jesus. But I didn't really understand who he was. You know, they were just kind of stories. And then later on, another set of Christian neighbors moved in across the street, and my sister and I became friends with their kids. So we would play, and as time went on, their moms started having a girls' Bible study that my sister and I would go to. And it was, we'd go, and it was nice because when you answer questions right, you get a full-size candy bar. So that was always pretty awesome. But after a while, I just stopped going because I didn't like it anymore. You know, it was, you know, would take what you learn and apply it to life, but it's still, I didn't understand who Christ was. And, I mean, there were seeds of truth being planted. I just needed more experience to show me where to go to get them watered. And then during my school years, I would grasp at different things looking for stability and truth. And it was everything from social acceptance to boyfriends to Eastern religions, astrology, psychics. I mean, it was just all over the place. And the thing with all of these things is that they still left me with questions and no peace at the end of it. My life was still chaotic and out of order. Throughout the years, different people came into my life in significant ways, but I discovered they weren't the way to what I was looking for. All the relationships usually wound up in disaster. I mean, when you're building it off worldly principles, it's not going to work. And then about the time I graduated high school, I began to get into Taoism and a more Gnostic view of who God is and what life is about. And during that time, and even before, I genuinely did not like Christians by any means. I thought that it was a stupid thing to believe in. I mean, it's sad, but it's true. I thought Christians were ignorant and scared, and that they held on to a faith that was used to control people and created by men, just crazy things. And I really just didn't like them. I had Christian friends, but again, I thought they were unintelligent. I really did, because I thought I was so philosophical. And it was bad. I just did not like Christians. And as I formed a distorted view of who God is, I mixed the Gnostic view with the God of the Bible. And it was, I mean, that's not right either. Like, I'm talking like animal symbolism, you know, all is one is all. And that just led me to start asking questions. So one night after work, I was like, I wonder what heaven looks like. So I went and I Googled it, and there were some nice things. So then naturally the next question is, what does hell look like? And that's when I came upon a story that this lady wrote, and she insisted she'd been to hell and back, but the story itself disturbed me. And, you know, it's at that moment, and it's like, if this is real, how do I not go there? So that's when I went on a crazy person search to figure out how to not go to hell. And I literally went crazy. And I read some really weird things and did some really weird things, and I went to the internet for advice. And then finally, I found a website, and you know what it told me? To read my Bible. So that's what I did. I started reading the Bible, and that's when I started getting a better grasp on what the gospel is. And I was still really scared because I'd read a lot of crazy stuff. And as I read, I understood more and more. And then finally, when I got to John chapter 15, that's when it really just stuck with me. And it's like, you know, this isn't a set of rules you have to follow. It's Christ died for you so you could know God. Like, it's all about him. It's not you. So after I started to understand more, I still spent a couple of months like freaking out and trying to filter out all the bad stuff I had read. But the Lord is good, and he sent me people to minister to me. He sent me here to this church where I got a really, really solid foundation, and where I continue to build on top of that foundation. And then I understand Jesus is the way, and he paid it all. And he died for my sins so I can have fellowship with God the Father through him. God sacrificed his son so we could know him, and that's profound. That's ultimate true love. All the other religions, they have you go inside of yourself and become divine, and there's no accountability for your decisions. It doesn't help you understand that you're a sinner and you need a savior. It's just you're fine and you can reach godlike status. It's just completely a proud thing to chase after. And what I love is, since I've come to Christ, there's just this amazing peace that you have. It's you don't understand. It's always there. And there are hard times, but through that, Christ is there, and he's peaceful, and it's peaceful, and you're fine. I'm not saying it's easy. It's just he's there, so it makes it easy to get through. And it's just a peaceful, stable, good life. And I found out you can even have fun when you're a Christian. Like, it's okay to laugh. It's not a big deal. Like, it's okay. And what I just really love is that it's not about me anymore. It's about Christ and his sacrifice on the cross. And every day he's teaching and showing me new things to conform me to the image of Jesus. And I'm just so thankful, because Christ has called me out of the world and into fellowship with himself. And I am forever and eternally grateful for that. And there's nothing better than this life. So thank you very much for letting me share my testimony.